Hey guys. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that button down below. Today we will be coming to you with a video of how I detangle my daughter's hair before wash day. Um, Before we get started, I've already kind of just sectioned some off that we're going to work with first. But I'm going to let you guys know the things that you will need before you get started. Before you get started, you will need a wide tooth comb. I have noticed that you can get this wide tooth comb at almost any beauty supply store as well as any Walmarts. When I got this comb, I've had this comb for a while now, guys. I think I purchased this for 99 cents or either 1.99. Might be just a little bit more or a little less than that now. The next thing you will need is some rubber bands. You can use hair tie, but I like to use my rubber bands because they're already most times soaked in oil. So they're already pre-prepped before I do anything. That's even when I'm styling. So we kind of just soak them in oil overnight. Sometimes they're in oil for a couple of days. Um, Today we're going to be using the Shea Moisture Deep Moisturizing Mask for her deep conditioning treatment as well while we're detangling. And the other thing, you need a spray bottle. I like to work with a spray bottle. Some people do and some people don't, but that's your choice. Inside the spray bottle, it is just some water. There's no oil or anything like that inside the spray bottle. Now, the last thing, I'm going to check this detangler brush out today. We have not used this detangler brush, and we're going to be trying this detangler brush out today on her hair. Guys, normally, so let's go ahead and get started. So normally I like to part the hair down into 4 sections, but we're going to be working with the back today just to kind of briefly show you guys how we detangle her hair before wash day. Before I do anything, I personally like to just spritz a little water on that. So I'm just going to do it on both sections. And before I continue, guys, I want y'all to see this hair length, this healthy hair length. See, kind of turn her around. You see how long her hair has gotten. Turn your head. So it's a little longer. Well, it's actually turn so they can see. Okay. Now, the next thing after you have sprayed enough water on the hair, I like to just take my hands and kind of just rub through. There's no yanking. There's no pulling to see if you can kind of loosen up any knots or any tangle before you start using the detangler brush or the wide tooth comb. So we got a little bit. That's not bad. Shorty. Just a little bit. Just minor. Okay. So the next thing, guys, I am going to put that Shea Moisture Deep Conditioning Mask on her hair. What I like to do is I like to start on the roots of her hair. So all the way around. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. Once I get everything all around, I kind of just rub it in. And I grab a little bit more. You can use a little bit more or a little bit less of your choice, but that is your choice. And once I'm done putting it on the roots of her hair, pin your hair down for me, love. I take the ends of her hair and I really work that in. And once we have that on the ends of her hair, I go back to the root and I just bring it all the way down, all the way through her hair. And as I'm applying that, I'm rubbing my fingers through it, but I'm not ripping it out or anything like that, just to see if I can loosen some of those tangles right before I use my wide tooth comb or my detangler brush. So I kind of just do that for a couple of minutes. Y'all see how that's coming to loose, guys? Look how long that hair is. All right. To top that off, take the wide tooth comb. Make sure you always bend your head down. Always start at the end of her hair so that you're not starting at the roots and bringing it all the way down and then you're yanking the hair out and you're losing hair that you shouldn't be really losing. Okay. And I like to work it all the way through. And then as I'm doing that, I'm going down, working my way down. And eventually I will end back up at the roots of her hair. See how that goes? Just a couple minutes going through, no pulling. There's no crying. And then now I'm at the roots. Just bringing that. Y'all, I know you see a little bit of the little hair or whatever on the comb. That's not much. That is normal for hair to shed, but in a healthy way. Not falling out or anything like that. Let me kind of turn this camera so you can see. Bend your head down, babe, so they can see this process. Okay. Y'all see that? Let me show you how my fingers go straight through it. There we go. Alright, and because I said today that I wanted to use the detangler brush, let's give it a try. Let's see. Now, I kind of already pre-prepped it. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Guys, I'm thinking I'm liking this brush. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this same section and we're going to split it in two. And if you do not know how to twist, guys, you can put a rubber band on it to hold it, or you can just leave it like that and go to the next section. But because I do know how to do a little twisting or a little cornrow, it does not have to be anything perfect. But I Okay, guys, so the last thing you do is you place a conditioner cap on and you just leave it in for 10 to 15 minutes. If you only can leave it in for 5 minutes, that's perfectly fine as well. Most times I just leave it in for as long as the child kind of allows. Okay, guys, I have removed the cap and I'm going to go ahead and get started. When you heard that song. The goal is not to actually wash all the conditioning mask out of her hair due to the summer months proceeding right around the corner, and that is already extremely hot. That way when she's out in the sun, she's playing in the pool, rolling around in her bed, she'll have a little extra moisture in her hair.